For my project, I am focusing on the current issues regarding the United States government and their most recent tactics to regain control and power. This involves many issues that have taken place in the Middle East. The United States has become a strong and trusted nation for the past decade. As a republic nation, the U.S. believe in three branches of government and the separation of powers. This is to enable equal power opposed to a complete monarchy. As of January 2017, Donald Trump has sworn in as the President of the United States. This has become a huge controversy to many Americans due to their political, social, economic, and religious views. During his campaign, Trump has made it very clear that he supports war and will do anything to keep the U.S. a strong and safe nation. So let's take a backtrack on things. Former President Barack Obama has also had many contacts with Middle East powers. In August 2013, Syria used chemical weapons in order to sustain power. With this, President Obama warned the Syrian government due to the violation of the Red Lines policy. Nuclear weapons are not an acceptable weapon, and the Syrian ruler, Bashar al-Assad, agreed and terminated all nuclear weapons. So Syria. They are a Western Asian empire, and they've had many issues since Assad has come to power. His regime is violent, and the people of Syria have been at non-stop war with his unnecessary laws. In March 2011, the Arab Spring, a reoccurrence of uprisings, tried to bring down the Syrian government, which made a huge impact on the Middle East. This led to many steps, primarily the Syrian civil war. This is still going on. This 6 years war has made Syria one of the most violent countries in the world, and they have become completely isolated to its surrounding neighbors and countries. So this past week, there has been several commotions in the world. There's been a chemical attack in Syria that killed dozens of civilians earlier this week on Tuesday and Wednesday, April 3rd and 4th. This completely disrespected former President Obama's first warning. With this, President Obama and President Trump had to come to a meeting. President Trump finally called together other meetings with his militaristic approaches and had to respond. On Thursday, April 6, 2017, the U.S. launched 59 Tomahawk cruise missiles onto Syrian grounds. This was to send a clear message to the Assad regime that this violent behavior needs to stop. After this militaristic response from the U.S. government, many Americans have questioned if this was the right move for the U.S. Was it necessary for the U.S. to intervene into the Middle East? Many debates arose from these actions, such as the topic World War III. On April 9, 2017, CNN conducted a State of the Union address by Ambassador Nikki Haley regarding the U.S. involvement. She stated that the priority of the U.S. government was to remove al-Assad from power. Trump will not stop in Syria, and he plans to move towards political solutions. This solution is not possible unless Assad is removed and there is a regime change. So, in my opinion, the proper approach is to take 3 different steps. The U.S. took action at the beginning due to one reason and one reason for all, and that's the humanitarian crisis in Syria. So first, we need to end the refugee ban. So Trump recently conducted a travel ban that prohibited 7 predominantly Muslim countries from entering the United States, and most of these are Muslim countries, which include Syria. Ending this ban will allow Syrian refugees to leave and enter the United States, and that can allow other homes outside of the violent danger zone in Syria. Secondly, the U.S. government needs to investigate in Syrian affairs. We need to find out who is responsible for these chemical acts and other severe violations in Syria. Taking control on all of this will state our seriousness. Accountability needs to be found. This will redeem great strength for the United States. Lastly, we need to satisfy and relax Americans. After this hectic week, many citizens are scared of the misconceptions in the media. Shutting down rumors such as World War III and Trump's negligence will empower nationalistic views. Thanks.